We've got a couple of people watching. Hey buddy, how you doing? Hey Silverlimey79, you've just heard as well? Yeah, just really sad today. I've had a few emails, so I thought I'd jump on stream. And g'day Jim, how you doing? Yeah, so I just thought I'd jump on stream just to, hey Debbie B, got your booty back, I see. That's awesome, that's awesome. So just letting you all know that we're all fine, we're cool. Yeah, very tragic day. Just crazy. G'day Mark, how you doing? Hey VC Coins Nevada, welcome along. Just doing a wee yeah, real sad day. Just thought I'd just jump on stream just to say we're all okay. It was a pretty crazy afternoon. Don't worry mate, pretty much the whole of Christchurch is in disbelief. It's come right out of the blue. These guys weren't even on the terrorist radar or any sort of lists. It's just a real kick in the teeth, eh? It's just can't believe it. Everybody's in shock. The entire city went into a complete g'day Sondel, all the way from Germany. How you doing? So yeah, the entire city went into a complete lockdown. All the malls shut down, all the schools got shut down. Yeah, they are saying 49. It's the death toll, sadly, is hey John RMS. Yeah, the death toll is rising quite steadily. So yep, they have before they had 3 guys and 1 woman, but now they're saying there's only 3 guys in custody. So I'm not entirely sure. They are actually saying that there are they're not entirely sure how many people were involved. It was quite an organised hit. G'day Steve. Hey, thanks heaps for your email, buddy, and all your prayers. It's much appreciated. So yeah, crikey, it was just everything went into lockdown, and I was on my way to get the kids from school, and all of a sudden I was told that I couldn't get them, and so I had to cruise back home and pretty much just sit and wait until yeah, everything come off lockdown. So it's been a terrible afternoon. My wife, the school that my wife works at, is just down the road from the main mosque that got hit, where 30-something people were tragically killed. So yeah, it was a very tense afternoon. It's been a bit tiring. So, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys have just showed me this afternoon. It just blows my mind. It just shows what an awesome community we're a part of. Yeah, I've had emails, I've had comments. Yeah, it is. It's well, it's not the first time, Silverlimey. We've had shootings before, but not to the extent of what's happened today. We're talking sort of the odd lone gunman way back. Oh, thanks heaps, Sergeant Stumbles. Yeah, like I say, we've had shootings before, many years ago, but nothing like today. I mean, this just it's huge proportions. We're talking far out. 49 people have lost their lives because of these muppets and their ideals. So yeah, it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah, the hate is spreading, and what do you do? What do you do with these people? Um, I mean, for all we know, I could have sat down and had Macca's with this guy. He looks like a normal guy, and yeah, it's just crazy. Blows my mind. It really does. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad day. But yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, just wanted to really thank the community. The oh, thank you ASMR people. Yeah, it's been a very sad day today. Pretty horrible day. But again, I just want to thank you guys. I've had some really cool emails, some nice comments on some of my posts, just to say that you guys are thinking about us. And yeah, hey Slow Stacker. Yeah, well hopefully they've caught some. They're not sure if they've got them all, which I think is really, it makes it a wee bit scary around here. It's just like they're not saying they've caught everybody. They're not sure if they have. So it does, yeah, everything's really, really tense, I guess would be the best way to put it. Everybody's sort of on edge. Yeah, everybody's just a bit worried. I mean, the streets are just dead at the moment. Everybody's staying at home. Everything's closed down. Even McDonald's is closed down. So everybody's shut their doors. So yeah, it's just, I think everybody's really nervous, really worried about what the outcome's going to be over the next few days. Yeah, I thought about keeping my guns close, but yeah, I don't want to get shot myself. So yeah, it is. It's going to be just, I think everybody's just going to need, g'day Kevin, how you doing? I hope you weren't caught up too much in today's fiascos. Yeah, just saying, all my kids were all in lockdown in schools, and my poor wife was just down the road in complete lockdown. So yeah, it's been a pretty nerve-wracking afternoon. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to come back from this one. It's gonna take a lot of yeah, a lot of effort, and a lot of support from the community. And I think Christchurch is a community that's been through enough that we can band together and unite and overcome this. It's yeah, and it's scary when it's so close to home as well. I mean, I always get shocked and feel real sad and horrible when I read about in the news about these high school shootings in America. But yeah, it's always so far away, and you never think about it. And then all of a sudden, bam! It's right here in my backyard, and it's yeah, it's hard to comprehend. It's quite surreal. I mean, when I was going in to pick the kids up, I got passed multiple times by police cars. I had no idea what was going on. And then all of a sudden, yeah, I got the text from my wife, and she says, we're in shutdown, we're in complete lockdown. And it's for real. It's like, yeah, and then it all sort of hits home, and I went home, turned the TV on, and started trying to follow it and find out what was going on. So, yeah, scary times, very scary times. But, yeah, we are safe. The family's all home. Kids are all tucked up in bed now. It's been a very long day for them. They haven't been told too much, so they don't quite comprehend it. I know, Kevin. I mean, I've detected right opposite them on the side of the road there, and many times. It's actually a good spot too, but don't tell everybody. Yeah, it's just oh wow, that's a bit scary, Jim. Yeah, all right. It is, isn't it? It's just, you're always watching it, you always see it on the news and other places, and it doesn't really affect you. But then, yeah, all of a sudden it's in your own backyard, and yeah, it's pretty hard to deal with. It's more than just mental health. Yeah, see, yeah, I don't know if it's mental health or not. I mean, these guys have been planning this for years, by the sounds of it. Oh wow, that was lucky. That's exactly it, Debbie. Until it's at your front door, nobody seems to care about it. Nobody seems to worry about it. Thanks, Steve. Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Thank you for that. I mean, we're trying not to watch too much TV at the moment with the kids. Now that they're in bed, we'll probably try and catch up a little bit. We're getting snippets at the moment. Now the kids are in bed, we'll try and catch up and find out a little bit more of what's going on. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, like I said, I'm just coming on here at the off chance that a few of you guys that have been contacting me were still up, and just to say thanks heaps, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate the care and the love that you guys have shown to us. Yeah, my wife really appreciates the fact that you guys are care about us, basically. So yeah. Are you working, Silver Limey? Yeah, that must have been crazy, Jim. That would have been... So were you still on the scene when that happened? Or had you just passed through that area, or what was the go there? That's crazy. Sondel, we've just had a mass shooting here, buddy. A group of guys hit a Muslim mosque and have killed 49 people so far. So it's pretty huge. Our city's in a complete lockdown, and it's all a bit scary for a little old country like New Zealand. It's not something that happens here on a regular basis, believe me. So it's really thrown us all just way out. It's yeah, it's crazy. It's very crazy. Apparently there's still choppers flying around certain areas. Word is, I've just heard that possibly the army are coming in. It sounds like they might be tracking somebody down. So yeah, it's very scary, very scary. So yeah. So you were waiting for the train when all that happened, was it? Jim. So how much of it did you see, Jim? That sounds scary, bro. That sounds terrible. Oh wow. And when was this, Jim? How long ago did that happen? Hey, thanks for all coming along anyway. I'm guessing it's probably quite late for some of you guys. It's only about 9:30 or 9. Oh, you didn't see much of it? Oh wow. Oh, you've just, yep. New Zealand, you see it on TV? Yeah. 4:15 AM, Steve. What are you still doing up? Crikey. Man, just over a year ago. Wow, that's not that long ago. That's crazy. That is crazy. Remember the victims. It's interesting. A lot of people on Facebook over here are saying that, like, don't give them the satisfaction. Don't say their name. Don't show their faces. I mean, sadly, the faces and their names of 5:15. You can't sleep. Be just about time to get up, Debbie. My goodness. They're worrying about my butt. Don't worry about my butt, bro. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm all good. 10:16 in the morning in Germany. Oh, cool. Awesome. But yeah, again, sadly they've plastered his face. Sadly, yes, you are right. It is a result of years and years of a friction that's been going on for years, I guess, really, for centuries. Yeah, these guys have decided. I mean, New Zealand wasn't actually their target either, by the sounds of it. They were only here. Yeah, he is. He's from Australia, and they only came over. I was once told by, you can't police crazy. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, you can't. But yeah, no, he apparently we've been told that these guys have come over from Australia as part of a white ring. What is it? White supremacist ring. And oh, g'day Rico, how you doing? And they've come over here because New Zealand's pretty low key and all this. They come over here to train. Yeah, Sondel, it was near to us. My wife is actually, her school that she works at was only a couple of K down the road. So it was quite nerve-wracking. But these guys, they were over here to actually train, and I think their plans were to actually go to another country and perform exactly what they did today in another country. But they realised that little old New Zealand, our gun laws weren't quite as strict. They were able to get hold of semi-automatic weapons on a large scale without too many questions asked, and so they were able to set themselves up here, and sadly they did, and they've made a mess. They have just destroyed so many families' lives now, just because of an ideal that they've got, that they believe in. Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, horrible. But yeah. Track. You got fat finger syndrome like me, John. Big fingers and yeah, can't type properly. Hey, thanks, Slow Stacker, for popping in. I'm only going to be on here for a wee while. But thanks for popping in, Slow Stacker. And yeah, I do. So, yeah, well, the thing is, Jim, you guys had a big incident not too long ago. I think it might have been in Tasmania, with a guy with a few automatic weapons came through, and Australia did a massive gun amnesty, didn't they? That everybody had to hand in their weapons, and they were all crushed, and I don't think you guys have had much of an issue since, have you, with the whole guns and because I don't think you guys can have. Yeah, was that the guy's name? Is it Martin? Yeah, went on a shooting spree, and I don't think you guys can get semi-automatic weapons at all, can you? But yeah, but I know. Yeah, I do know your gun laws are much stricter, and yeah, I don't think you guys have had much of an issue since that incident either, which is probably says something for the gun laws. But yeah, I mean, the reality of it is when people get that. Oh, that sounds cool, John. Firearms instructor and range officer. Nice. The thing is when guys like that, I think, get something in their head that they're going to do something, rules and regulations on weapons go out the window. Like there were 2 cars found with IED explosives in them. They were ready to set off bombs. They were going to blow things up. I mean, I don't think laws on guns are really going to make too much difference. Are you off as well, John? Hey, thanks for popping in. Yeah, we'll be safe. We'll just have a quiet. Yeah, that's exactly it, Steve. Criminals don't care about the gun laws, and even if they can't get hold of guns, they will find other ways and other means of carrying out what they want to do. It's like, I mean, they could have driven a car or a truck into that mosque. They could have gone into there with knives or machetes. Just because our gun laws are a little bit lax over here, it doesn't mean that, I mean, okay, that was an easy weapon to get hold of. But I get the feeling that these guys have planned this so much that even if they couldn't get the guns they wanted, they would have come up with another way of doing it. I think these guys just, they get it in their head, then that's it, regardless. Which is really sad, really sad. That's exactly it, Debbie. They could have used anything. They could have gone in there with baseball bats. They could have gone in there with knives and machetes. Yeah, I mean, he walked in there. He walked in there through the front door with a shotgun. Now, a shotgun is a sporting gun. I mean, we've got our duck gasoline. That's exactly it. It could have been anything. We've got our duck season coming up, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry who has a shotgun is going to get looked at sideways now because of this one clown. Yeah, g'day, Arnie. Yeah, we're just talking about today here in Christchurch. We had a mass shooting, a really, really tragic day. 49, 50 odd people have lost their lives, and yeah, it was just a wee bit scary, and yep, not cool, not cool. What do you think of some authorities not calling this a terrorist attack? It's hard to tell. See, the thing is these guys are they're white supremacists. Okay, so it almost becomes a racial, g'day Lake House, welcome along. It almost becomes a racial attack rather than a terrorist attack, I think. It's a very fine line, I think. They're not sure what to call it. Some are calling it a terrorist attack, some are calling it a racist attack, because apparently this particular cell is a white supremacist cell. They're anti-Muslim, and all the people that were attacked today were all Muslims. Yeah, mosques, church and schools, they are easy targets. Yeah, a lot of people in them. And today also was their Friday Mass, which meant it was the maximum people were going to be on site today. There's about 500 people there. So, but yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, but they're not sure whether to call it a terrorist attack or a racial attack. I guess because they've come from overseas, infiltrated in, and then made this attack. It sort of is a terrorist attack, but it's also racially driven. So it's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Our government's being very sensitive on it at the moment. I think still a lot of information is still being withheld. Yeah, I think both. Being that they've come from overseas, infiltrated in, and then carried out this attack, it's definitely a terrorist attack with racial motives. And yes, Arnie, it is evil, either way you look at it. Just horrible. So he did post it live on Facebook. Thankfully that video has been taken down. I have watched it. I got it posted to me. I opened it up and didn't realize what it was until I was watching it. Very, very sad, very, very horrible. I wish I'd not watched it. I turned it off sort of midway through and thought, far out, that is way more than what the officials were actually telling us. Yeah, it's just sick, that's all I can say. No, Arnie, there was 2 mosques hit in our city, both at the same time. Yeah, how do you get over something like this? It's just, yeah, my wife doesn't want to leave the house. She's a bit nervous. I'm not entirely sure how long the live stream was. I only watched a portion of it before I shut it down, realising what it was. Apparently it got snipped down a few times. The original one showed him going in, shooting a heap of people, going back out to his car, and then driving around shooting other people out of his car. Yeah, I think it went on for a while, but there are only snippets that ended up on Facebook by the sounds of it. No, I don't think they've had military background as such, but they were over here training for this exact thing. So, yeah, it's really hard. Oh, you saw one that was 17 minutes. Wow. I mean, it was horrible, absolutely horrible. He just had these people backed into the corner, and he was just emptying magazines into them. It was just, oh, it was horrible. But yeah, no, going back to it, so they've arrested 4 people. They are not completely sure that they have everybody, which is really concerning because, yeah, we don't know if there's still guys out there with guns. Is there going to be another attack? What have they got planned? I mean, a mosque in another town further down south in Ashburton, which is a couple of hours drive from here, apparently was a target. When the main guy got pulled over, oh, it will definitely make us stronger, Steve. I mean, not entirely sure, but I don't know who was training them as such, but I think they're part of a larger cell and possibly based in Australia. Probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about the background of that sort of side of things, but they were here doing their training, apparently. What's happened is, before the attack, they did a warning on Facebook this morning, and then this particular guy, the main guy who's organising it, g'day Jade, how you doing? This main guy that was organising it, he released all his manifests or something, all the deal that, everything that he's been training about. He released it to the media, and the cops all have this stuff now, so they know who he was, what he's doing, why he was doing it, and I mean, it's scary. It is really scary. This thing was so planned, and then he just released it all, and then they've gone on this rampage. So I don't know who was training them, and how many, they don't know either. They just have no idea. Yeah, so I mean, I'm hoping and praying that the ones that are arrested was all, but I have heard on social media just recently, as of like about half an hour ago, that there's helicopters and police hooning around a suburb, and a couple of roads are completely blocked off. So they may have somebody cornered. Yeah, it is scary that it all went unnoticed. It's I mean, we have a big yeah, it's a tough one. It's a very tough one. It is scary. Yeah, I don't know. That's exactly it. Where does the funding come from? There's clearly a larger cell involved. It must be a pretty big organisation. Bring people over here to New Zealand to train them up, so to speak. So it's scary. It's very scary. G'day, Errol. How you doing? Yeah, we're okay, buddy. We're all sweet. It took a while to collect up the whole whānau, because the whole entire city went into lockdown, bro. All the schools went into lockdown. My wife was stuck at the school that she works for, and that school was only a couple of K from the actual incident. So the poor kids, yeah, I didn't pick the kids up till about 6 o'clock, and my wife got home, yeah, not long after that. So it's been a long day for them. They don't fully understand it. They haven't been told too much by the schools, which is good. My eldest son, he knows what's going on. But yeah, so it's been pretty stressful, pretty crazy. But no, we're all okay. We're all sweet. We'll just have a nice quiet weekend at home this weekend. Not travelling too far. So yeah, it'll be all sweet. But yeah, very scary, Arnie. Very scary. Especially when you're sitting at home and your kids are all stuck in their schools, your wife's stuck in her job, which is a school, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it. All that they were telling everybody to stay at home, stay away from windows. I mean, what can you do? I can't just roll up to the school and say, "Give me my kids," because they couldn't. They are not allowed. They're in full lockdown. They are not allowed to come to the door. Yeah, they've arrested 4 people at this stage, but there could be more. They are saying they're not completely sure. Homebrew beer ninja. You feel numb. Oh mate, tell me about it. It's just surreal. It's like, how can this be happening here in our little city? It's just insane. Yeah, and sitting at home waiting for this lockdown to come up or to come off, so that I could go and pick my kids up. That was horrible. That was just horrible. Yeah. So just feeling helpless was probably the worst thing out of all of it. Just not being able to do anything, knowing that my wife was really close, and yeah, horrible. Yeah, they gave them all really big cuddles before I put them to bed and said that I love them, gave them a big kiss, and they're like, "Oh, Dad." So, but yeah, they know something's going on, but they don't fully comprehend it. And thanks, buddy. Thanks, Homebrew. Yeah. I mean, New Zealand's a great country. We all stick together. Everybody looks after each other, and yeah, that's exactly it. "Oh, Dad, what are you doing?" Because yeah, I mean, they know something's up. They know something's happened. They don't know the whole story. We're not going to tell them. They don't really need to know. They're too young for that carry on. But yeah, gave a big cuddle, big kiss, said "I love you" and all the rest of it. And yeah, that was good. So they were out like lights tonight. They were all pretty tired. So yeah, but girl, how you doing? Yeah, no, we're all okay. So we come through it good. It was a long day, nervous and scary, but yeah, no, we got through it. So my heart just goes out to the families that have lost relatives, basically. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, what is this world coming to? A little tiny wee country in the middle of nowhere. How many people's had? Well, that's the thing. We have a huge Muslim society here in New Zealand, and there's never been issues. Well, not that I know of. Yeah, there's never really been issues. We have quite a lot of mosques. In fact, we have some. The one that was hit at Hagley is I think it's actually the oldest mosque in New Zealand. So we've had a Muslim presence for a long time, and we've never had issues with it. Yeah, I wouldn't call us a hugely racist country. We've lived side by side with the Māori. I mean, I know there's been major issues at the beginning when we all... Yeah, that's exactly it. He was only after Muslim people in that area. Yep. No, any white person was told to get out of the way or move, or in fact he walked past a couple in the car park and then went inside and started shooting. So yeah, no, it was a racist hate crime. It's just plain and simple. They were out to, sadly, to get as many Muslims as they could. Hence why they hit the 2 mosques. Myself as my daughter was a block away from the... Oh wow, yeah. Was she down at girls high, or was she at work or something? Stumbles. Yeah. Yeah, my wife was down at Middleton Grange school, which is not too far from there. So it was a bit freaky, bit too close for comfort, especially when everybody's taken off and scooting away. Hey, thanks heaps, Steve. Really appreciated those emails, mate. That was awesome. So a little bit of comfort there. Spelling sucks. Tonight? Man, my spelling sucks all the time. Yeah, thanks, Steve. It was really comforting to see those emails tonight. There was one from you, Debbie. I think Novus got in touch with me. And a couple of other comments on a video as well. So it was really appreciated, eh? Really, yeah, for you guys so far away to take the time to send me those was awesome. So I do have fat fingers, Jim. Real fat. I'm terrible. Yeah, and then you got this stupid predictive text thing that just stuffs you around as well. It's like, oh, that's why I never win too many competitions on live streams. I'm always trying to fix my mistakes. So, hey, thanks heaps, Jade. We're all pretty good now. Everyone's home. All the kids are in bed now. So, second worst massacre in the West. Yeah, it must be up there because those numbers are high. Yeah, it's scary. It is really scary. Horrible. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I figured that 49 was going to be up there quite high as a Thanks heaps, Steve. You're awesome. Cheers, buddy. Nobody's they've caught and arrested 4 guys. So no, a lot of people are like, oh, they should have just shot them. Yeah, there is, buddy. There is, Jim. There's about 43 people with gunshot wounds and in pretty bad condition, I think, by the sounds of it too. Yeah, so it's not cool. Not cool at all. But yeah, I guess one saving grace was they G'day Taylor, on Taupo. Yeah, it is sad. The biggest probably upside of everything is that the hospital was actually literally about 2 minutes down the road. So a lot of people have probably, dare I say it, as much as they've been shot and all the rest of it, have probably been able to survive because they resisted and I shot them. Yeah, so thankfully a lot of them might survive and pull through because their ambulances were there so quickly. So yeah, it did stretch them. The word went out that basically, g'day hi-ho Silver. Yeah, horrible mate, and very sad, very sad. Yeah, the hospital had to cancel all appointments that day, or today, and basically they were just taking everybody they could. They were just piling them all straight in there and getting onto them. So they're basically saying that if you weren't a possible relative or anything like that, and unless you were dying, don't go to the hospital. Basically, go to your doctor. So they just basically shut the doors and took everybody in. I don't quite follow you there, buddy, but this will go down in the history books, mate. Yeah, Taylor, it's a really dark day, very, very dark day. What time did it happen? 1:40 1:40 they started shooting, and I think it was both mosques got hit at the same time. So yeah, some people there was a number of poll comments on YouTube room, like sheer racism. Yeah, I guess there's always going to be racism. There's always going to be hatred. I guess we're such a diverse people that everybody has their own opinions. I guess it boils down to how we deal with those issues. Yeah, that's a big thing, Errol. The retaliation, that does weigh on my mind a little bit. Yeah, most definitely. It is a bit of a worry. It's not a cool thing. It's a very racist, very cowardly attack, and yeah, there may well be retaliation in some form. We'll just have to wait and see on that one, I guess. But yeah, it's a very dark day, very, very dark day. It's a yeah, very, very, very sort of horrible thing that's happened. It shows the true colours. Not quite following. So but either way, yeah, really just popped on to thank you guys for caring about us. Yeah, it's been a pretty hard day, for a lot of people here in Christchurch, but yeah. Fair call, mate. Fair call. I don't think there will be a retaliation. There's a lot of talk about it, but I don't think there will be. I think there's thanks, Jim. Thanks heaps, mate. Yeah, I think yeah. It's the yeah. I hear what you're saying, mate, but come and jump in my shoes, buddy. So yeah. Anyway, I probably should let you guys all go to bed, since most of you are watching this at some ridiculous time in the morning. My goodness. Debbie, you must be just about ready to get up and go to work. So, yeah. I'll be gobsmacked if it happens again. I think the one thing that did happen is the police jumped on this pretty quickly. All the resources from all our little country towns, I mean, every police officer we have in the nearest 50-60 k's were on the spot, and on oh, you work nights, Debbie? Crikey, well, you should be asleep then. I know, you work nights. Oh, have you just gotten back from work, Debbie, or something? So, just heading off to bed now or something. But yeah, they had every cop in a 50k radius on the spots, basically. They were all in town, all jumping on it. So with any luck, they've pretty much caught everybody. And I usually go to bed about 3 a.m. Crikey. I don't know if I could do that, working at nights, Debbie. That would just, yeah, mess me up too much. So, but yeah, hopefully they've got them all. Yeah, the police were onto it very quickly. They have caught the attackers, mate. They got 4 of them. They are not entirely sure if they have them all. So there's a big warning out basically for everybody to stay inside, stay away from the windows, and yeah, I think you're right there, Taylor. I think this is a one-off. Image development in Christchurch. Oh, mate, they did an awesome job. They did an amazing job. And it was just lucky that the hospital was so close too. A lot of those poor people probably owe their lives to the fact that they were so close to the hospital, and the police actually got the ambulances in there pretty quick, I think, by the sounds of it. St John fired out 20 ambulances all at once, and they had those people getting ferried to the hospital real fast. But there was real urgency in it. I mean, when I got passed by the police this afternoon, they were fanging it. They weren't stopping for nobody. It was amazing, and yeah, just crazy. Oh, I don't think it is trippy. I think there's still comments all over YouTube. I'm really curious to know what the Westerns really think about us. I see. Well, you'd be glad you're not here at the moment, Matt. I think there is a small majority of people who just are that way. I think a large majority of people accept people for who they are. Thanks, matey. Thank you very much. I think there's still a large majority of this world that are honest, good people. Sadly, there is always going to be that majority of people that will never be happy. There will always be something. They might not like the colour of somebody's skin. They might not like the way you talk. They might not look. They might not like the way you even look. I mean, there's always going to be those people. And I guess, yeah, it stems right back to the beginning, doesn't it? There's been issues with slavery and there's been racism right the way through, and then there's been, I mean, the whole Christianity, Muslim, different religions. They've always been at each other for years and centuries, almost going right back to the Knights. There is always going to be, I think, that small element of people in this world that are going to make it, that are going to stuff it up for everyone else. You're right, Debbie, it's been going on for thousands of years. There's always going to be that minority that are going to want to stuff it up for everyone else because of their ideologies. And that's exactly it. Why can't Muslims and Christians get on perfectly fine? And you are right, it is BS, complete, but there is still that minority of people that won't accept it. And this clown today is one of those people. He has got it in his mind that Muslims are bad, and he's gone and done this stupid act. And in the West isn't an issue. Yeah, look, mate, I don't know too much about it, so I can't agree, disagree, but it's only extremists. It is, and it's always going to be that small handful of people that stuff it up for everyone else. I guess we're just not going to be able to be rid of these people. It's just one of those things, and it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. You sort of wonder what goes through these people's mind. Why they have to act like this? Why they have to take out this revenge? Yeah, Taylor, sadly I did. I got it sent to me and I opened it up and I started watching and I realised what it was, and I was like, oh, far out, this is real. And I shut it down, but it was like I saw enough to know that it made me sick. It made me really sick. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool, mate. I wouldn't suggest finding it to watch it. It's not nice. I saw a small snippet of the beginning, and that was enough to make me sick. It wasn't cool. What can drive somebody to do that, I don't understand. Yeah, yeah, it just, something's wrong in the head. It really is. They're just, it's not great. Not great at all. Yeah, I can put that in. Oh, my wife's just popped in. That's exactly it, Errol. I mean, you've just, yeah, yeah, get along, move along. Unfortunately, once it's out there, it's almost, yeah, it is. Filth is filth. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, mate. It's, yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. Religion, that's the problem. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, religion, racism, terrorism. I mean, it's, cheers, honey. Yeah, we're good. I don't think any of those things are actually the cause. I think the cause is people. People with, I don't know how to put it without being horrible, but yeah, I don't know. People are the problem. People are the ones that are doing this stupid crap. People with agendas and ideas and things like that. It's yeah, it's I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think religion is the cause. I don't think racism is the cause. I mean, yeah, Arnie, you can't cure crazy. And yeah, guns don't kill people. People do. That's exactly it. Yeah, yes and no, Jim. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah, it is a bit ironic, Taylor. Yeah. Oh, g'day, Tazzy. How you doing, mate? You snuck in there. My thoughts. Well, those weapons aren't exactly that expensive, believe it or not. Oh, Errol. That's going to be a tricky subject. They may well hit our gun laws again. I would say MSSA weapons might get targeted pretty quickly. But on saying that, he had shotguns in there as well. So, it's going to be an interesting one. They're already trying to crack down on our gun laws at the moment with MSSAs, with military-style semi-automatics. So, it's going to be a tough one, Errol. Going to be a tough one. I think all us hunters are going to be talking about it. But, yeah, 30-round magazines, yes and no. You might lose my knife. That might become my everyday carry, bro. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. 30-round magazines are not actually that expensive. There are guys bringing them in from overseas pretty cheaply. You can pick up an AR-15 basic kit for about $1,500 now. So those semi-automatic weapons, they're not actually that dear anymore. Prices have come down. So yeah, it's weapons are pretty easy to get here in New Zealand. Getting your license is still pretty hard, but that's not to say that he had a license. There are always plenty of ways you can buy guns on the black market. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see what follows. But yeah, I mean, as a hunter, it'll be interesting to see just what does follow from this. I want a black market one. Yeah, you just don't want to get caught with it. Yeah. So, but I mean, the thing is you get those weapons, you can convert them to an ECAT gun really easily. So they sell them as an ECAT gun, which is your standard license. You don't need you don't need your no, ACAT. Sorry, you don't need your ECAT endorsement to have those guns. So, off topic. Any hunting vids on the way? Yeah, maybe. Work's been real busy at the moment, bud. But I've got a couple of weekends lined up. I'm definitely going away on Easter. And I've also going up to my mate's batch in the school holidays. So, crispy gang hunting, yeah. No, I just go walking around with a gun. I don't go hunting. So, yep. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that he's sort of just been, they should have just shot him. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people upset that they've just arrested him and taken them in, but yeah, not cool. Yeah, yeah, Debbie. I don't do much hunting. I just go out walking. Don't we all? Yeah, that's the one. So, but now I've got a couple of spots lined up. And our raw's coming up. So in April, all our stags are going to their mating season, into what we call the raw or the rut. So that's always exciting. The old big stags go a bit silly, and you never know, you might bowl one over in places where you don't usually see stags. And it's a good chance to raw them in too, so that's heaps of fun. That really gets the adrenaline going. But yeah, so. But yeah, crikey, look at that. We've just about been going for an hour. My goodness, got 25 odd people there. In Germany, not easy to get weapons. You have license. Yeah, we have to have a license here, buddy, Sondel. We do go through a license process. Can you hook us up with some antler? Sure. Yep. Yeah, I've got a bit of spare antlers floating around. What do you need it for? Do you do knife handles or something? So plenty of alcohol. Yeah, so we do have to have licenses, and you have licenses for certain. Shouldn't you question them? Please stop saying that. I heard that they were on site pretty quickly. Yeah. Oh, you do make knives? Cool. That's awesome. As far as I was aware, the police were yeah. Licensing doesn't matter on the black market. Not a bean. Yeah. Apparently shooting for 17 minutes. Is that right? Wow, I didn't realise that. See, the thing is for hours and hours, the media had no idea what was going on. They were telling this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, see that they really, the police never said too much about what was going on, so the media really never had a clue of what was happening. A lot of the pictures that they were showing were loop pictures, like just rolling on a loop back, just same picture over and over and over. High carbon old sawmill blades, hand cut and handmade. Oh, nice. I should get you to make me a huge big Bowie, like a Von Tempsky Bowie. I've always wanted one of those. Yeah, that'd be cool. Send me an email, mate, and I'll hook you up with some antler. But yeah, so the media, all about the bowies. I love my bowies. I've got a few old vintage ones, which are quite cool. I do collect those. But yeah, I'd love myself. Svord do a really nice Von Tempsky Bowie. I'd love to get myself one of those one day, but they're about $400. So, you can tell me planning series. They've been planning this for a lot longer than weeks, buddy. It turns out they've been planning this for quite a while. It was, yeah, it was very well done. Everything was timed well done. They hit both mosques at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, take them out into the bush, definitely. Yeah, teach them how to use a rifle, be on the end of one, the pointy end. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people are up in arms about the fact that they have been arrested, um, saying that they should have been shot, and not really given that chance. So, do you agree with Fraser Anning? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't heard of that person or seen that. So, um, my email is in my about section on my homepage of my YouTube channel, but just go into the about page part, and you'll see my email there. So yeah, LT. No, give him a blood eagle. What's a blood eagle, Errol? Or do I want to know? Was that right? So they're really strict over in Melbourne. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I don't know actually, Taylor. They've only really talked about the one guy. The apparently there was a woman possibly arrested as well, and three others or something. So I don't want to know. Okay, sweet as Errol. Yeah, so I don't know if the rest of them are from. Yeah, see that's the thing, eh? Our prison things here are just messed up, absolutely messed up. You're absolutely right. I mean, he'll probably go in for 20, 30 years of life, and he'll be out in who knows when. So, yeah. So, not cool. Not cool. Well, that's a bit harsh, Freedom. Hey, Rick G, what are you doing up? You should be in bed, mate. So, yeah, well, shall I let you guys go, or do you want to talk about something else, or here's your opportunity. Fire some questions at me if you want. Are you getting ready for work? What time is it over there, buddy? I know Debbie B was saying it's just after 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning or something. So, oh yeah, Rick. Just basically talking about over here in Christchurch, in my wee city I live in. We had a mass shooting, 5:04 in the morning. Sweet. We had a mass shooting, buddy, and yeah, 49 people have lost their lives, all Muslim. It was a bit of a racist hate crime from some white supremacist guy, and yeah, it was pretty horrible. Our entire city went into lockdown. I couldn't get my children. My wife was stuck only a couple of k's away from where it was all happening, and it was a pretty crazy afternoon. So yeah, I was just jumping on here just to thank a bunch of people for the emails that they've sent me. Yeah, a lot of people showing a lot of love. So yeah, 49 dead. That was the last figure I've seen. So not cool, not cool at all. It's 49 families that have been destroyed because of this muppet. So not cool at all. Not really cool. It is ridiculous for New Zealand, and I think that's what it could be. It could be, Taylor, and I think that's what's blowing us all away and made it so surreal, is that sort of thing doesn't happen here in New Zealand. We're just such a little nation. Yeah, don't worry, Rick, I don't watch much news either. Cheers, Errol. Yeah, I think that's what makes it so surreal, is that New Zealand, we don't get much of this sort of thing. Welcome, Hee-Haw. Welcome along. It just doesn't happen here in New Zealand. And so I think that's what's blowing people away and just made it probably a whole lot worse. dare I say it. But yeah, things like that just don't happen here. We're a quiet little nation, and yeah. Are you in Fielding? It's the worst news I've heard. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think, crikey, what about worst shootings been Aramoana and ones like that, and they were years ago, years ago. So, yeah, yeah, a real Ronald Rump. Hey, that's exactly it. They're not. I mean, most of our cops aren't even armed. They don't carry weapons. That's right. Yeah, yeah, it was. Kermit was pretty bad. That's right. Um, yeah, there was that one out by the farm or something, wasn't it? But yeah, yeah. I mean, we've had a couple, but I mean, I don't even think they got to double figures. So I mean, this today has really, really, yeah, mate. Arnie, our police, most of them do not carry weapons. Some of the vehicles have weapons in them, but as of tonight, or as of today, I think all police down here anyway are going to be armed, and possibly all over New Zealand will be armed. The biggest fear is that this was not a one-off, that this is, yeah, it will change, Debbie, it will. Yeah, 13 people in Aramoana, was it? Yeah, yeah. I think that was one of our worst. So, but yeah. So I think they're worried that the mosques here in Christchurch weren't the only targets. That it could be a New Zealand thing. So that they may target mosques elsewhere in New Zealand. So yeah. So all the police are getting armed now. They will all have either sidearms or access to firearms and vehicles. Yeah, so there's a big concern, a really big concern, that this is possibly not going to be a one-off. So, but yeah, let's just hope that it haters are horrible. Yeah, it sure is, matey, and it's just one of those things we have to live with, isn't it? It's like I was saying before, generally the world's pretty cool, but there are a handful of people that just want to mess it up for everyone else. Yeah, they just, I don't know, they're either wired differently than the rest of us, or something happens and they snap and things like this happen. So, or they get brainwashed, or yeah, I don't know how it happens. I don't want to go into it. Don't need to go into it. It's just a sad truth that we live with. So yeah, the Christchurch earthquakes. I think because of those earthquakes, it's probably going to help Christchurch to get through this. Yeah, I think without those earthquakes, this could be a devastating moment. But I think because of the earthquakes, I think Christchurch will rally together, and we'll get through this. It's going to be around forever. Live stream. That, yeah, social media, eh? It's a big thing now, and you are right. It will be around forever. Yeah, I'd say a lot more truths are going to come out tomorrow, Errol. Yeah, I just got the feeling that a lot of information was held back today by the police. It was, yeah, the news guys just didn't seem to know what was going on at all. And even when the police commissioner came on and said his thing, they were very, very tight-lipped, and yeah, didn't say a huge amount, hey? So, oh, that doesn't sound so flash, mate. Getting a bit carried away. Yeah, everything was vague, Taylor. It was. They just didn't. Everything they said was backed up by, oh, we can't confirm or deny this. Yeah, we've got no source for this. So everything was very, very vague. Yeah, it wasn't. it just seemed like the police were very, very going bush tomorrow. Awesome, nice. You going for a hunt here, or you going to bag yourself a deer or something? That'd be cool. Yeah, no, it just seemed that the police were holding back a lot. Yeah, so I think tomorrow we'll hear a lot more about it, and yeah, we'll find out a bit more about it. So yeah, but sad day, very sad day. So yeah, bro, Spot X. Woohoo! So you out chasing? What are you chasing? Red deer? Or you off after a pig? So you have to make a video of it, bud. Haven't seen you on there much. Right, reds, cool, sweet. Hey, tell me, Errol, are they roaring up your way yet? We've had rumours that there's a few roaring around our area. So yeah, I guess it won't be for a lot of those people. It'll be a bit scary. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, they're telling all the mosques. Do you always have this many fun people in? Yeah, I know. I actually need to get myself a couple of mods. Yeah. Oh, still quiet, are they? Yeah. Yeah. Hey Debbie, there's always haters out there, isn't there? It's just one of those things. So yeah, I might start doing a few more live streams. So join this whole late night crew that Novus is that started up. So yeah, even though Novus isn't even here. So yeah, they probably will, mate. Yeah, they yeah, they do seem to, and I think it's part of what they have to do. I think I don't know a lot about Muslim, but I know they were saying today about the fact that they pray, is it 5 times a day? So yeah, I'm guessing they'll probably be there, but I'm guessing it'll be tough. It'll be real tough for them. Yeah, my heart goes out to them. It's not cool, not cool. Hey, Coils to the Soil. Oh, you've just heard about it too? Yeah, yeah. Not cool. Not cool at all. It's called karma. You got to be careful, buddy. I mean, not all Muslims are that way, buddy. You got to be careful. You can't just smear a paintbrush over every single Muslim and say they're all the same. But yeah. Yeah. They are. I know what you're saying, buddy. I know what you're saying. And I understand where you're coming from, Danny. But you've got to remember that the Muslims that are doing all the killing over in the Middle East are, yeah, they're not the same people that are here in New Zealand. You've got to understand that. They're part of other factions and stuff like that. So, yeah. It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. It's going to divide a lot of people. Yeah, it was a pretty horrible video, Danny. It was pretty horrible. You got to remember that it's women and kids, man. They're not out to bomb people. They're just innocent people going along there and doing their own thing. Yeah. It's you've got to be careful. It's a fine line, buddy. It's a real fine line. But yeah. But yep, I guess that's all. Just what's happening in the world these days. I just never thought it would come here to our little country. So yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep, they have their religion. We have ours. They believe what they believe. That's fine. then you've got the extremists who go completely to the nth degree of it. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Yeah. Hey, Danny, you've got your opinions, mate. I'm not bagging you. I'm just saying we've got to be careful here. It's a very fine line. A lot of innocent people died today. Yeah, it's hard. It's a tough one. So, yeah. You just about would, Taylor. You just about would, mate. You'd look at that like thinking, yeah, no, that can't be right. They've got that wrong. And when they first started bringing out, people were like, no, it's not 20, it's 2, and it's 4, and it's 6, and it was 20 and 30 people at that stage. The numbers were huge. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But yeah. Oh, I'm getting some interesting comments here. It's quite hard to keep up with you all. Right. Oh well, I better get going, guys. You are leeching views. Is that right? Cool. Sub to PewDiePie. Who's PewDiePie? Never heard of PewDiePie. Oh, is there a bit more information on Jade's on the news there, is there? Sweet. I might go and look that up. So, oh, I'm gonna fly, guys. I'm gonna get going. If everything's all settled down a bit tomorrow, I've probably got to go to work. So, but yeah, we will stay safe and thanks heaps for your thanks Debbie, thanks Rick, Errol, cheers mate. Thanks for your love and support, guys. Yeah, it has been a tough day. We're through it. Tomorrow's a new day, and we'll just we'll battle on and we'll get over it. I need a couple of mods on here. But yeah, on a lighter note, did you see the beard reveal? Did you do a near face reveal, Rick? I have to hunt that one down. Thanks heaps, Jade. Yeah, well, hey, we've got to hook up on the claim soon too, buddy. Yeah, definitely need mods, eh? Stay safe first. Look after your family. I will do, mate. Oh, Rick, you nearly did a face reveal. Oh, so you got a bit of your old face pantry as well. So what video was that on, buddy? Was that on your live stream today on your coin roll hunting? The one that I popped in on. Yeah, definitely, Jade. We'll catch up on the live stream. Oh, I'll have to go back in and watch it. Pick Debbie. She has a nice booty. Yeah, Debbie's awesome. He accidentally revealed his beard. Is it as good as mine, Debbie? Has he got a nice manly looking beard? So mine needs mine needs a bit of work again. It's getting a bit long. Oh, cheers, paintball. Yeah, I think his is longer. Ooh. Oh, well, you know you're going to have to do a face reveal now, Rick. Now that you've showed your beard, everybody's going to be like, oh, we've got to see the rest of him. So, hey, but thanks heaps, guys. Thanks for coming on and chilling out with me. It's been nice just to... Have you not heard that one? Face pantry. Yeah, it's where all my food gets stored for later on. 235. I'll go and have a look, Rick. It'll be good for a giggle. So, hey, but thanks for coming and chilling with me. It's actually been quite good to just to chat about it, talk about it, and Yes, will do. Will do. So thank you all very much. Snacks, yeah, definitely snacks. And yeah, thanks for coming. And yeah, don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. And thanks heaps for all your awesome comments and your love and support. It's awesome. We'll get through it. We always do. And yeah, we'll be better off for it at the end of it. So alrighty guys, thanks heaps. And remember, until the next one, happy hunting.